spicy, mild, or somewhere in the middle. Answering all your questions, so turn it up a little. Is a meat dude, yeah, it's a meat dude, yeah.
All right, we are back, episode 5, down in the basement studio. Last time we were 6-1 Meats with Spencer, his habitat where he's always at, and now we're in my basement where I came up with the meat jingle, the meat dude jingle. I'm Patrick. This is my friend, the meat dude, Spencer Wordman. How's it going?
Good. Glad to be here. This is where you created the jingle?
Yeah, the laboratory that recorded it. I might have been out on the couch and having a little something sipping, and you know, you got to let the creative juices flow.
That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the acoustics in here got to be perfect for this episode.
It looks like it. I think I spent like $250 and 4 hours putting this up, and it's not soundproof at all, and it's kind of hilarious because I was supposed to do it like inside the walls, but you know, you Google as you go, so it works out. But we've got an awesome time today. We're going to have a guest come on. It'll be our first guest ever, so that's going to be pretty cool. So this whole floating head, we're going to get Tyler up here from R3 Meats in Carrington, North Dakota. So we're going to be bringing him in. So flip us over. Let's take it away. Let's get this thing going. We got Tyler.
All right, Tyler, you're on.
Hey.
Yeah, welcome, man. Welcome, R3 Meats in Carrington. Tyler, just wanted to let Spencer and you guys kind of talk some butcher talk. Keep the Yahoo me out of it a little bit, and let's get two guys that know the trade and know the tricks and kind of see what the whole thing's about.
You bet.
Yeah. So how do you guys know each other? How do you guys meet? Like, why is Tyler our first guest?
Because we're Snapchat friends, probably. I mean, I think we've over the years through the association, I think is where we've met. Tyler, we'll dig into a little bit of the transition between Barton's to now R3 Meats, but Jeff Barton of Carrington used to be really active in the association, and now Tyler is too. Tyler has been on the board of directors for this is your second term, I think, right now?
Yep, my second term now. Yep.
I convinced him to join the board, and then last year my term was up, but Tyler's still chugging strong, and we got convention coming up here in a couple months.
I don't know if I was convinced or if I was told to be back on the board by you.
Well, that means you must have did a good job anyway, you know. Or they know that you hate it and they wanted to punish you. One of the two.
Yeah, you bet. No, it's good. It's a good organization to have around, and it's fun that we're getting a lot of younger people into it and new people into it. And I actually, when I think we first met was the very first year if we decided if they were going to keep going at the convention or not. And that's kind of, I was like, well, there's a lot of older generations getting out, and we just as well get in. So
yeah, without the youth, usually things die. So you got to have that influx of creative juices and youth movement and taking brand new ideas and do all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty awesome. So talk about now, Spencer mentioned that you were taking over, kind of rebranding a new shop there in Carrington. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did. My wife and I was Barton Meats from Jeff Barton in last August, I guess. Yeah, he built the shop in 99, and he was ready to get out and retire, and he gave us a heck of an opportunity, and we ran with it, you know. Yeah, it's been a lot of ups and downs and a lot going on, but it's been great, you know. And there's been a lot of good support through the community and stuff that they're happy it's staying, and just a young couple coming in. I mean, Jeff isn't that old of a guy. He was wore out. He did it for a lot of years. I mean, he didn't do anything other than cut meat his whole life. So when he went on his own and then did it for another 26 or 27 years, he was ready to be done. So it's worked out great for our family. So.
And I know I've asked you this before, but where did you get the name of your new butcher shop? What's that from again?
So I have 3 daughters, and they all start with the letter R. So we tried to incorporate something that of kept it family orientated. You know, we came up with all kinds of ideas. I mean, between what people were telling us and what our kids were coming up with, and my wife said, we got to keep it something between us. So that's kind of how we ended up with where we're at on the name. And I wanted it simple.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to remember stuff. Just simple branding, and then have it mean something, and that's kind of your why factor. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. It's if you get somebody to start asking questions, you can talk them into anything. So
yeah, absolutely. So what type of challenges have you seen transitioning from one thing to the other? I know Spencer kind of started up with 6-in-1 Meats, and you're taking over stuff. Like, what kind of stuff do you guys see while doing those kind of things?
Yeah, well, I think we're both kind of in the same situation where it was an existing business, and where my situation is a group of people came in and bought it, where Tyler's is he personally bought it. But yeah, I think it's that community back that Tyler already mentioned, that the community wants a butcher shop. All communities want it, right? It's just finding somebody dumb enough like me and Tyler to take on, and we have to be passionate about meat processing to do this line of work, because it's a backbreaker for sure, but it's all worth it at the end of the day.
Yeah, anybody that says it's fun, it's not a fun job. It's fun to do stuff in it, but it's not a fun job to actually do. So.
No, that makes sense. Well, what kind of things? I know Spencer recently has made some infrastructure changes. You know, growing things, different stuff. Did you have to kind of expand what the old guy was doing, or?
I did. We're actually just kind of finishing it up. We added another 24 by 50 addition off the building, so we essentially tripled the size of our freezer and tripled the size of our processing room. Our plant was, when Jeff started it was built for 6 beef a week. Well, over the years and the job he did and people coming and just lack of butcher plants, it's gotten bigger, so we plain ran out of room.
Yeah.
You know, we've tripled in beef production and we had nowhere to go with it. So I said if I was going to do any addition or do any changes, it was going to be now when I was young, and I guess there's still time to go work at the grocery store if it don't work out. So.
Yeah, there's plenty of jobs out there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's any plant that's existing that was built in the 80s, 90s. There's always a shortage of cold storage. Cold storage is the biggest bottleneck in these facilities, and we in the past 2 years have doubled the size of our freezer, which has been a game changer. I mean, you know what Tyler was saying, that it was built for 6 head, and then you double your size and you think back, like, how did we ever do this before without this space? Like, it's crazy, but that infrastructure just to grab the demand of people needing animals slaughtered right now is real life.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's so many things that go into it. You know, with the timeline of just last August, do you have like goals set in mind where you're trying to reach certain, you know, how many head are you trying to do a week? How are you expanding it?
Well, we were at, 10 to 12. My goal is to eventually get to that 16, 18, in that range. I think we can do it if I can find manpower that wants to do it. And that's kind of our biggest, I shouldn't say our biggest problem, but overnight it could be our biggest problem. But right. With some of these new machines and stuff, it's helping eliminate, I shouldn't say eliminate that problem, but helping
reduce it.
Reduce it and add a little bridge there to walk on if you have to, so.
I always joke with these equipment salesmen, because there is a lot of efficient, productive equipment that you can invest in that helps alleviate that actual physical labor, but they still haven't made a piece of equipment that can slaughter, skin, gut. Somebody's still got to be
the robots,
there, pulling the
the
trigger,
robots.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the slaughter floor, what I've learned with hiring employees, especially somebody who's never been in this line of work, because people are interested in it. People see the Facebook videos and think that being a butcher is fun, right? But I always have them come watch slaughter at least once before the interview continues, because they just need to see and feel what it's like to be on the field floor.
Yeah. I've had hired employees, and we slaughter generally on Tuesdays, and they come Monday and work like dogs, and they're good workers, and Tuesday I got them on the slaughter floor to help, and Wednesday they weren't back to work. So.
Yeah. No, so is there any stories like that? Is there some people that like just couldn't take it and walked out instantly? I mean, I could not too much. Most people could gut it for at least the day. Make sure they got the pay.
Yeah, I don't really have any drastic stories like that, I guess. I do. Back at NDSU, we used to have a lot of classes come and watch slaughter.
Oh.
I got lots of stories involving that, but we could save that for another podcast.
Yeah, probably.
We could save that for another podcast episode.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Absolutely. So, I want to talk to you guys about the difference between inspections, state versus federal.
Yeah. So Tyler, you're state inspected, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So we're federally inspected at 6 and 1. So
why the different classification or different oversight, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, it's really the agency that's conducting the monitoring is, state funded. That shows up to Tyler's plant, so that's state payer taxes, and federal is federal pay taxes that pay for the USDA. So other than that, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Where it gets a little tricky is where you can wholesale that product. So us being federal, we can wholesale that product anywhere in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, you kind of got some limits on what you can do with it, right?
Yeah, we can't spread it out down. I can't be selling to a grocery store in Colorado, and it's essentially, as far as I know, I don't know much about the federal side of it, but from what I know, it's basically the tolerances are the same when it comes to actually processing the animal. It's just basically what you can do with it and a different bug of label,
Yeah.
So you're not doing anything better to make it federal. It's just what they're allowed to how far.
Yeah, and the state agency gets audited by the feds, and then nobody audits the feds. So
well, yeah, we see. That's a whole other story right there. Yeah, they just keep printing it, I guess. But whatever. Yeah,
it is the same. And previous plants that I've ran were state inspected, and our day-to-day lives are identical. Okay. It's just our packages of meat. I have a circle, and he's got the state of North Dakota emblem on it.
Yeah, that's all the difference. Pretty, when it comes to legalities or whatever.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, no, that makes sense. So if it doesn't change anything for the consumer and the butcher, why is there two different then? Why isn't just everything federal?
That's a great question.
That's good. Yeah. You're supposed to have the answers.
So, well, I do know, not all states have their own meat inspection agencies.
Okay, so they rely on the federal to oversee them.
Yeah, or they're just custom exempt, which there's a lot of custom exempt plants in the state of North Dakota, and they're actually monitored by the North Dakota State Meat Animal what are they called?
NDAMP, right? North Dakota
Meat, Animal, Poultry. They got a long acronym.
Big old acronym.
Yeah. They actually monitor their custom exempt plants too, but I think it just has to do with, if a state has the budget line or the ag department that is willing to monitor and manage a meat inspection agency.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I think it all comes down to money.
It always does. But if they want some money, they'll make a regulation and then charge you for it and then say you're great to go. Take your rights and sell them back to you. But that's a whole other deal on that. Yeah. Well, cool. That's anything else you guys want to talk about in terms of butchering before we get into these questions? Because we got a couple. We got the age-old debate of gas versus charcoal. So
No, I think we're good. I'm ready for some questions.
Spicy, mild, or somewhere in the middle. Answering all your questions, so turn it up a little. Is a meat dude. Yeah, it's a meat dude. Yeah.
okay, cool.
Can't wait to hear Tyler's opinion on it.
Well, I'm excited. Well, we're gonna hold off a tiny bit and go with a pretty simple one. We had someone text in, Katie. How long can ground beef stay in your freezer? So she said she had a coworker and it had been in her freezer for about 11 months and she wasn't gonna touch it. And I'm thinking, that's just like old taco meat and I'm gonna eat it, right? I mean, just put some seasoning in there and get her going. What?
I actually just went through that with health department.
Okay.
They came in last week and did our review stuff or whatever, and according to their paperwork, as long as it's under, make sure that's been frozen, it can sit in the freezer indefinitely.
Awesome.
Is what their lingo is on it. Indefinitely, I don't know if I'm going to eat a ribeye that's been in the freezer for 15 years, but it says that it can be.
Yeah.
You know.
That all depends upon how hungry you are, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
And how well they package it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think packaging type has a huge play on it. If it's paper wrapped, ground beef, and like frozen meat, there's nothing that's going to go bad if it stayed frozen its whole life, or after it's been processed, it's been frozen. The only thing that's gonna happen is freezer burn, and all freezer burn is oxidation of fat and water. So it's just, you just throw that part away, and everything else past that freezer burn is completely fine. So yeah, I'm surprised the health department said indefinite.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna get the 6-month tag.
I thought you were too.
It says right on there that's right, indefinitely. So
that's legit.
But I mean, even freezer burn isn't bad for you, really,
right?
Is it?
It's just it's a quality defect. That's it.
Yeah. It's not
gonna taste good, but
no,
or as good. I guarantee I've eaten a lot of freezer burn stuff, and you don't.
I guarantee I got stuff in my deep freeze at home that's been in there for like 3 years.
Indefinitely.
I got deer in my deep freezer that's been in there for 2 for sure. So.
Well, yeah, no, that's good. So anybody that's a worrywart, having, oh man, is this meat going bad? We gotta quick get it. Granted, getting a quarter of beef once a year, you should be through your hamburger and all that kind of stuff anyway. I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, just the asterisk of the only thing that's going to deter is quality.
Yeah,
so you're not going to get sick from eating it.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
That's
good.
Even like the packaging part, I got 2 gals that one, she's a rock star at paper wrapping, and I would bet in a year and a half, 2 years, there's nothing freezer burnt. And then I got another one that you got to be careful because they don't get it tight and it ain't,
Yeah.
I think a lot of that has to do with more than anything, and if it stays frozen.
Right.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, when those vac seal bags, when you're doing it yourself, some of those hold for 2 years and some of those don't even hold the afternoon. You got to cook that sausage up right away or whatever.
Yeah.
No, that's how it works. Cool. All right, so we got the big grill debate, or the charcoal. Gas, or charcoal? Isaac wants to know. He has not switched over.
Gas versus charcoal, or is it charcoal versus pellet, or what is it?
It's gas versus charcoal. So, what's better?
Tyler?
I'm embarrassed to say this, but I cannot cook on charcoal.
I think it takes a lot of patience.
I've done it a few times, and I just can't get the hang of it.
Well, I've only eaten steak on a charcoal grill maybe a handful of times, right? Enjoyed it every single time because someone else was doing it, and they knew exactly how many minutes it should be on, the old knuckle test. They were doing stuff without... They knew what was going on, so I really enjoyed that. But also, I'm like, turn on the gas grill, and
I know.
You got your temperature.
That's the thing, is the gas grill is just so easy. I use both. I mean, I have a my big green egg and a gas grill. I use both of those all summer long. Big green egg is kind of weekend thing because it takes time, it takes energy. Middle of the week though, gas grill all the way.
Yeah. I mean, what if you was to just grill some hot dogs? You gotta have
Right.
the gas grill. You
Gotta
gotta
have
get
it.
it for sure. So, are you Tyler? Do you have a pellet grill? What do you?
I do.
You
Yep.
do. So, would you take that over a gas grill or a charcoal grill? That's what you use all the time.
I think I would take it over about anything because, like I said, I can't cook on charcoal, so I don't know how. And I think a gas grill is just fast and convenient. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I love a pellet grill, but I've had a lot of food on a charcoal grill from, well, going back to Jeff Barton. That's all he'll cook on. You know, I mean, it always turns out awesome. I mean, it's great. I do like the flavor, probably the best. You know.
Yeah, to get it all charred up and nice, but not
Yeah.
burnt.
Yeah.
You know, just get that nice crisp little outing there. To get a little sear on
First time I tried cooking on a charcoal grill, I took home 2 nice ribeyes and burnt the outside and the middle was still raw. So I got over that real quick. Figured I better try with a hot dog or a burger next time. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna actually show a video here of my pellet grill, totally on fire. Because I know we were talking about leaving a couple things on. I sent this video to Spencer.
Oh, that's right.
And yeah, so apparently you have to clean everything a lot
pellet-
more than I thought you would have to.
Pellet grills can still burn stuff. yeah.
Ooh, boy, was that
Yeah,
hot.
that happened at Christmas, Spencer.
I did, yeah.
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 That wasn't my pellet grill because I don't have a pellet grill. I just again want to get that point across.
Yeah, why
I
are
don't,
you like?
I don't,
I mean, you
I
just
don't
know
have
pellet
I don't
grill.
have an easy bake oven on
Okay.
my.
It's 7-in-1. You can do anything. It's awesome.
But yeah, they can still fire up. And I think I sent you a Snapchat of my smokehouse on fire too, not
Yeah.
very long ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything can catch on fire.
You bet.
Even if you're careful, right? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's always good with to have the mistakes to learn from. You know. There's been plenty of time I'd have some meat on the gas grill. This is why I didn't like gas and switched to pellet. So I would be cooking, kind of trying to slow cook it, whatever, up on the top rack, just keep it so I don't burn it. And I turn it up a little bit because the potatoes are done. You're getting a little pressure from inside, you know, and you crank it up. You look outside, oh, buckets, you got
Everything's
flames coming
up.
out the back, and your 45 minutes just went to hell, just like that. So
Yeah.
the pellet grill, I like that because it stayed the temperature I wanted it, and that's easy bake oven,
Easy
I guess.
bake
I
oven.
really like that. I'm going to let Emily know I do have an easy bake oven, and it works pretty well.
Like at the lake, you know, we don't use anything but a pellet grill because we'll throw a brisket on or whatever and go on the pontoon for 6 hours or whatever you're doing, and you can't screw it up almost on that. You know?
Yeah, as long as you have enough pellets in there, that's really
Yeah.
and you don't lose power, you're golden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't think we solved anything there.
No. It's up for debate.
I
so.
think we'll have to have I'll put a poll on our Facebook
But I-
wall and
but-
see what everyone's clicking if they choose between
Yeah.
the three kind of deal.
The three of gas grill, charcoal, and easy bake oven.
An easy bake oven, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Brownies are done. Yeah, this is going to be awesome, yeah. Sweet. All the kids just cheer when that thing dings. It's awesome.
That's funny.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, Tyler, we appreciate you being a guest on our show. You are the first guest ever on My Friend the Meat Dude, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully we're going to have... Yeah. Thanks for coming along. Check them out, R3 Meats in Carrington, North Dakota. I wanted to bring up the Chieftain, so I'm from Devil's Lake, and every time I went to Jamestown, I'd drive by that big Indian waving, and that was like my favorite part. And I think he got painted here a couple years ago, right? He got shined up a little
Yeah, he's
bit.
actually down right now again.
Oh, really?
They took him down to repaint him again. So.
Okay, yeah. No, they keep them fresh. I think it's important to keep the heritage there. That's what little towns are all about. I always gave the big how to the chieftain, you know. That's
Yeah, everybody seems to know if you tell them you're from Carrington, they know at least the chieftain.
Yeah, right. Nothing else, right? It's just a big wooden Indian. Right on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was super cool to have a guest today, to have Tyler along. That's kind of our whole idea. Try to get some things going with other people, talk the shop learn more about the butcher's life outside the meat dude, but get your perspective and your guys' chatting about stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's such a Tyler's story of how R3 came to be, and and all I've heard since I started in this meat processing world is that it's a dying breed, and nobody is continuing on these shops, and all the butcher shops across the state of North Dakota are at a generational shift where everybody's at the retirement age that's been running them since the 80s or 90s, and then it's people like Tyler and me, younger people that are stepping in and kind of taking over these plants. So it's really, really awesome for Tyler to join us tonight, and I hope my connections with the association, we can continue, because there's a lot of good stories about plant owners in the state of North Dakota, and I think this is a great platform to spread that message on how everybody got started, or whether it was a business that got rebranded and continued or started from scratch. There's a lot of good success meat processing stories in the state, and Tyler was a great start.
Yeah. Without that, where are we getting our beef? Where are we getting all this stuff? It's always interesting. I saw on the internet the other day, they were like, how many burgers does McDonald's sell? And how many sell over? That can't actually be beef, because there's not that many meat processing places to make all that beef, right?
They import beef. Yes.
Well, I get that, but is it truly beef?
Yes.
But here, when you go to a North Dakota shop, you know exactly what you're getting, and that's kind of hopefully what people are starting to trend to more than going to Walmart and always buying your beef and different stuff like that. Trying to get local rancher, local meat
right,
guy,
those ranchers are also selling cattle to the commercial market as well, and that beef is hitting the grocery stores like Walmart, etc.
Yes.
But yes, I still fall under the niche meat processor category, because we're so small that we can't compete price-wise with anybody.
Right.
So yeah, if you want that niche, locally raised, locally slaughtered, aged for a certain amount of time, it's a different product for sure. But there's still that same beef that got brought to me. Its cousin got shipped to a big plant, and then it took a lot more miles to get it to your plate than it would just going through me. But
No, that makes sense. Yeah. So being local, being small, that's definitely a good way to go. So we'll finish up the episode. We had a pretty fun to have a guest. That's always fun. Next week, in between this episode, next week, I'm gonna be heading down south. I'm gonna be trying to do some deep sea fishing in the Caribbean, which is gonna probably be pretty epic. I don't know if we're gonna catch big fish, small fish. I think we're gonna do the reef fish and catch smaller fish, and then maybe go out and try to catch something big. I don't know. It should be a lot of fun.
With the small fish that you caught?
I don't know. That would be pretty cool. That's probably what I want to do, because I'm probably not going to eat them. I'm not really much of a seafood guy. I'm all turf over here. So, but yeah, we'll see. Or we'll get skunked, and hopefully have a good story to tell. We'll see.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
If you get skunked, you're going to get made fun of.
Well, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool.
My son wanted me to get a big old fish that swam through the wall, so apparently we need to get a taxidermy, which we didn't talk to Tyler about. Totally forgot that, so that's we'll have to have him back on. Yeah, absolutely. Now he'll know. He'll find out what he's got to do the next time, so it'll be good. But I'm Patrick, and this is Spencer, my friend, the meat dude. Episode 5, we're out.
That sure smells good. Firing it up in the backyard, cracking one. It's time to chill. From the ranch to the steak, take it from the farm and put it on your plate. It's the meat dude, yeah. It's the meat dude, yeah. All the degrees from universities, bringing science in on how hot it's supposed to be. It's the meat dude, yeah. It's the meat dude, yeah. Spicy, mild, or somewhere in the middle. Answering all your questions, so turn it up a little. It's a meat dude, yeah. It's a meat dude, yeah.